Hey everybody, welcome back. You ever notice a great rock song usually has a great intro to it? It just pulls you in, it's interesting on the guitar, might even be a little different than what you hear in the rest of the song sometimes. This is one of those songs. This is The Waiting from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, 1981, I think. And I remember when this came out on MTV, when MTV was new, and it was so exciting because someone who was just getting into guitar, everything that I was seeing sort of on, hearing on pop radio a lot and on MTV, so synthesizer heavy, and it just wasn't what I was into. And then here's a guy playing 12-string Rickenbacker, got a full band and great music, and it sort of harkens back to the great sort of 60s, 70s, just roots rock and roll. And man, I'm so excited to hear it. But this is one of those songs that just like you hear that intro and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to learn that. So we're going to focus on that today. Hey, if you haven't done so already, please go down and click subscribe and ring the bell. It'll let you know every time I drop new content, and I do that every single week. And let me know in the comments what you think. All right, so we're going to cover two parts. We're going to cover the great rhythm guitar part that Tom's playing, and the little lead line that Mike Campbell plays and overlays onto that. So both of these parts are played on a 12-string. If you do have a 12-string, great. If you don't have a 12-string, it still sounds awesome on a 6-string, but it's just that next level when you have that 12. They're playing Rickenbackers. This is obviously not a Rickenbacker. And one of the things that is a little unique, by the way, that Rickenbackers have that most other 6-strings don't, including this one, is the order of the strings. So most 12-string guitars, if you're moving from sort of top to bottom, the high octave is the first string that you come to, and then in the low octave string. And on Rickenbackers, they reverse that. So as you're strumming down, the first note that you hit is actually the lower tone, the lower octave of the two. You still hear those higher octaves, but I think it just, your ear sort of picks up a different sort of emphasis on the low note when you're doing those downstrokes. And I think it just helps with the fullness, the richness of that particular sound versus other 12 strings. But maybe just me, I may be just making it up. Anyway, it's still going to sound great on this. So let's get into the rhythm guitar intro part. All right, so chords are going to be over here over my shoulder. The chords that you're going to do on the intro is a G. And you sneak into that G by playing that little F sharp first. Right? And then you play a D with an F sharp in the bass. An A. It's actually an A sus. And then a D. So the thing that you're going to, when you're playing the rhythm guitar part on this, just lock that ring finger down on the 3rd fret, 2nd string the whole time, no matter what chord you're playing. So you're just going to pivot off of that, is mentally how I think about it. And you sort of hold on that A the second time around. So the way I'm hearing it is he sort of hits the root note first every time that he moves to a new chord. So you're just G, then the root, A, D. Maybe do that little pickup to get back to the G. So I'm just saying hit the low note as the first part of each chord. All right, that's the rhythm part of the intro. Now let's talk about the lead. So the lead is played on a Rickenbacker 620. It's a small body, 12-string. You can see it on the video here. Interesting story about that particular guitar, by the way. That's Mike's. That's the guitar you see on the cover of the Damned the Torpedoes album, the album before this one. And Mike bought that in Southern California, and it's actually the next serial number after George Harrison's Hard Day's Night 12-string guitar. Interesting story, but you can hear him tell that. Okay, so the lead parts, pretty simple. They're octaves, okay? So he's starting on an A note, and the way you play the octaves is you're starting on 14 on the G string, on the 3rd string, and you got your pinky on the high, whatever that is, 15, 16, 17, on the 1st string. So it's an A, right? So when Tom is playing that G note, you come in with an A, which is interesting. I guess that's a +2 or +9 or something to that G, but yeah, it's the A note. So that position that you're doing with your hand here, you're going to keep that position, and all you're going to do is slide up and down the neck on each one of the positions. So the first one is here at A, and then you're going to go up 2 and then down 2. So down 2, down 1, down 2, down 2, and then down to the A. Okay, so again, you can see the positions over my shoulder. Those are the spots. And the little nuance is when you're sort of sliding up and sliding down. And all you're doing is a one quick downstroke. You're muting the 2nd string, so you don't want to have that ring out. So you have your index finger down on your 3rd string, and you're always muting the 2nd string. So what your ear is hearing is that followed by that. And that's another little nuance where you sort of hear the low note more on the record because when he's doing a downstroke, that low octave is the first thing that you're hitting. On this one, you're sort of hearing that high one as a little more of an emphasis. Still sounds great. All right, last time, one more demo. And that's the intro to The Waiting. All right, let me know what you think. If you haven't done so already, click subscribe, ring the bell. It'll let you know every time I'm dropping new content, which I do every single week. Let me know in the comments. You think I got it right? And is there another intro you want me to add to this list? I want to do a ton of these. These are great. So let me know. That's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, The Waiting. And until next week, take care, everybody.